Hello and welcome to this 15-minute video with ChessTech, and today we have d4, d5, c6, Slav type setup. Okay, so what am I going to do here? Let's try something crude like the London system. Yeah, I love the London system. Yeah, so obviously I could have played d4, c6, c4, d5 and gone for sort of a normal queen's pawn game. I could have played c4 on my last move even, but no, I thought let's do something different, have a London. Now I quite like the London system. A lot of people loathe it, say it's an old man's opening, it's weak and passive and lame, but black has got to be careful to some extent, because if he plays passively as well, then you can end up with a tremendous attack. So who have we got here? Norwich's son, 1852. Let's have a look. So yeah, has only played 4 games. Interesting. Let's have a look and see how he's got on there then. It's classical. So he's lost a few games, won a few games. Yeah, interesting. But in the moment, doesn't seem to be doing very much here for some reason. And being cynical, I tend to think that this means that he's firing up a chess engine, or has disconnected, or doesn't know what he's doing. Now somebody who is 1-8-50, I would expect to know straight away what to do here. So yeah, a bit odd really. I'd like to propose a take back, I must be going mad. So I think what we'll do is we'll give it another minute, and then if he doesn't turn up, then we'll cancel this game and play another one. A bit of a shame really, doesn't seem to happen that often, but it is happening. Yeah, well, that's a shame really. It's obviously seems to be still connected. It's from China. So a quick look and see what his other ratings are like. So right, only 1500 blitz player. Training, not bad. Strange this really. Hello, hello, hello. After pause, stop. After pause, 2, stop. Hey, we have a move at last. Hurrah. So, sorry about that. It was a bit of a strange delay. So in the London system, which I'm playing as white here, typically we play pawn ends up on c3, knight bd2. The main characteristic is the bishop outside this pawn chain here. So I'm just gonna and the idea is you get relatively easy development as black active piece play. I mean, there's nothing really that can be smashed in your position, in white's position. So I don't think I'm going to play c4 here. question is I could play c5. It is queen. Just go for some all out kingside, queenside assault. Yeah. What should we do? I think I'm going to play that actually. Just see what he does. Nudge his queen. It's not got many good squares to go to. Really? Really has to drop it back there. So my plan is I'm going to try and play, I think I'm going to, I wouldn't mind playing b4 actually, to try and undermine this pawn and then give me an open file against this pawn here. It's going to be difficult for his rook to protect this pawn because of my bishop here. Yeah, so let's get b4 in. Yeah, that makes sense. So, what's he threatening there or anything? Take my knight, but I don't really care, so I take it as my queen. So I think I will just probably play. Actually, the question is, do I just play? Let's just play b4 straight off here. What's wrong with playing b4? I think let's just play b4. And obviously, you can just take it. But I just want this open file. He probably could have played, maybe I could have played a4 first, but I mean there are some tactics here. Where he can play pawn takes pawn, bishop takes pawn. Well no, there isn't. Well, knight takes knight, then I can capture the other knight here. But I'm basing my game on this fact that I've got more space on the queen side here, and I've got a bit of pressure. My bishop's bearing down here on the queen side. I don't know what his best move is here really. Probably doesn't want to ignore it. But if I take and he takes, and he's got his backward pawn on c3, which is sorry, c6, which isn't very good from a positional point of view. Takes an awful long time to think, this guy, about his moves. Oh dear. So, is there anything else I'm missing here? So you've got queen a4. It's a bit annoying, which means that forced me to take his knight, which means he hits my knight. This pawn, which I have to move my knight, which means I lose my bishop. Is that right? Well, I can just no. Actually, that's nonsense. Plays queen a5. I can just protect this knight or move my bishop. Probably best is to. Oh, he's taking it. Okay. Right. So I've got to be slightly careful here. So let's go back here, threatening to win a pawn. Yeah, he's not going to allow that. And my bishop's not a great bishop really, so part of me's thinking I should just exchange it and dump my knight into here. Then I'm going to play rook b next move, so it does give him a lot of control over a square though. So it depends which pawn he takes it with. He takes it with his f pawn. Part of me feels that I just start with one plan at a time, which is that. Get some pressure on this pawn. Make him defend it. So there's nothing, I think maybe his position is roughly equal. I don't think there's anything horrendous about his position or mine at the moment, although, I probably need to exchange. No, I think I need to exchange his c. I think I need to exchange his d7 knight here, and this will allow my piece access to b6, and then I can double on this file. It'll be very difficult for his bishop to attack my rook because it's a bit squashed up in here. So yeah, let's go for that plan. So I want to play knight in here, hopefully try and exchange this knight off to allow my rook to come to b6, and then bring the other rook to b8, b1 even, and then see what happens there. He could play, can he play queen a5 again here? It attacks my pawn and hits my knight. Interesting. Right, so I'm going to go knight here. I didn't really want to let him push this pawn, to be honest. Right, that's okay. So I'm going to stick with my plan. Him off. Then rook. I mean, I'm not saying this is a rook here. I've got to be careful about this knight. I mean, this plan is a bit crude, really. All I'm trying to do is exploit the fact that it's quite difficult to defend this pawn, but it is only a pawn, and you've got to be very careful. Actually, he's got some pieces around my king here. Be careful I don't open this file. If he pushes this pawn, takes, doesn't work. Yeah, he has got, yeah, he has pushed it. Strange. I thought that didn't work. Why can't I just take that pawn? There must be a reason. I was more worried about him pushing this g pawn to g5 actually. Now we could exchange bishops here. That might actually be not a bad idea. And again, it might not be. Let's just go there. So we can. I've got the bonus of having a bit more time than him. I think this knight's going to have to go actually. Yeah, it's a bit too risky. So he's attacking my pawn. Okay, so I've got my queen on it at the moment. queen takes, rook takes, and I've got a pass pawn. I don't like this pawn, it's not going to last very long. And what I'm deciding to do actually is whether to have this knight off. I've got to be very careful here. This pawn's not doing very much, and I could do with deflecting his queen away. So if I push the pawn, the queen can't go there. It's got to take it, hasn't it, surely? Yeah, the reason also I've got to take into account that ideally I'd like to play my knight in here, and actually I think I could go knight b3 and then knight d4 would be a beautiful square for that knight. This knight's a bit of a pain at the moment. Yeah, the move I'm worried about mostly actually is g5. I just realised obviously he can't take that pawn because my rook's on it. I didn't even notice that, which is interesting. So we can still defend this pawn by just dropping his queen back here. And then, so I think if he drops the queen back to defend the pawn, then I'm going to exchange his knight, and then I'm going to play queen b2. So I'm doubling up on this pawn, and also I've got like a nice diagonal on this weak pawn here. He could again play queen a5, attacking his pawn, but it's a bit slow. It's running out of time. I'm going to capture that pawn and get a tempo on this bishop as well. So I think my best plan is quite an interesting position actually. Yeah, he's got too many pieces on this pawn. I need to remove this knight. Although he's going to run out of time. He's better off just making a move. See, this I can't understand. I mean, he's got a couple of reasonable moves in this situation. You just got to play one. I mean, what chance have you got with a minute on the clock? Less than a minute. He's just paralysed, isn't he? Completely paralysed. I don't think it's that much of a difficult decision. All he's got to do is move his queen. There's only two reasonable squares, really. c8 and a5. I mean, don't know what the problem is. But anyway, so it looks like, unfortunately, this game is over. And it was just getting going, but yeah, I definitely don't think I'd like him to make a move just so I can take his knight with my bishop and just sort of see what that looked like, so I'm sure that might be okay for me then. No, come on. Oh, that's a bit gutting. I don't really like winning like that at all. I genuinely don't. It's a shame. So a really quick look at this. So yeah, we had a Queen's Pawns game, London system, where he played c6. Oh look, okay, that's pretty good, sorry about that. So we got a computer analysis straight off the bat. Let's have a look here then. So, all seems relatively okay. Queen b6, the best move was bishop d6. Okay, but not So all pretty good. I mean, we're all roughly pretty equal here. Just seems doesn't like A6 very much. Yeah, it doesn't like F5. A lot of people play F5 in these sorts of positions, I've noticed. It's sort of double-edged, really. Yeah, as you can see here, it's beginning to go downhill a bit for him. So it seems to like my play, actually. E5 doesn't like that. Don't understand that. So D takes. It likes E6. Yeah, I mean, I can't see it. So say it goes here. And I take. What's the best move going to be? I don't know. Maybe it is here. And then I'm going to go. My plan was, yeah, to go here. I can't see how I was going to defend that pawn. Well, you can obviously just play rook here. But that's looking horrible. Yeah, I mean, I don't like this position even. Yeah, I mean, it's just horrible for white this. Let's have a quick look here, so interesting. Only 2 inaccuracies. Interesting-ish game, but never really got to finish it properly. So anyway, I'm sorry that game wasn't that exciting, and hopefully next time we'll get somebody who can finish a game. So thanks for joining me. Cheers.